Welcome, everybody, to Pencil for Life. This is the only, only Brad. How are you guys doing today? It is Wednesday morning, and Wednesday, as we know, across this country is Comic Book Day. And I'm here to review some comics for you today. Usually, I do have Chester with me today. Unfortunately, he is not here with me today, so it is just me. But hopefully, I'll keep you guys entertained. Uh, and looks like Drawn Talk is at it. Tyler, my buddy, is already at it in the chat. Please like and subscribe. Share it out too. I would appreciate it. So let's get in. Let's just get straight into news today because I'm going to do some news at the beginning before we get into comics. So, first thing that we're going to show, let me pull up my screen share real quick, is my buddy Tyler's book, Demons Volume 2. Did get 100% funded overnight. Please, if you have not seen his book yet, take a look, support it, back it. He is the writer for my book, which is Handyman, that we are going to be launching next weekend. So check it out. Demons is over 100% funded, 105%. Link is in the description down below. And Tyler, if you're in chat, you can go ahead and link it in your chat, dude. In the chat, it's all good. I do want to say, hi to Tyler, of course. Abel Parsons is in the chat. Evolution Arts in the chat. So thanks for coming out this morning. Let's go to a couple of other news items. 37 covers and counting for Detective 1000, which is coming out soon. This is a bunch of bullshit. That many covers is ridiculous for a comic. I know it's a 1,000 number, but it's ridiculous. And trying to get all those covers is insane. A lot of those are exclusive only covers you can get at certain stores, certain bigger locations. Like Midtown Comics, I think is going to have one. What's the other ones? I can't remember all the stores off the top of my head, but there's going to be a lot. Anyways, I think it's ridiculous. It's killing the industry. Trying to get those kind of covers, if you don't know or if you are unaware of how a store orders, we have to order 2 months in advance. They give us a list of covers that we can order. Some of those we have to order 10 copies of to get one for the shelf, or we have to order 100 issues to get one copy for the shelf. It's a ridiculous wall, and we can't return those books if they don't sell. So we have to be super careful on how we order, and we can't guarantee we'll have those covers in stock. It's kind of ridiculous. I think they're only guaranteeing on this one 9 or 12 covers that we can get a hold of. All the others are going to be either exclusives or they're going to be, have a rarity level of like 1 in 10, 1 of 100, things like that. So if you are a mad collector, good luck. And honestly, a lot of these covers suck. About half of them I would not say is any good artwork at all. The other half, there's some good ones in there. Adam Hughes is doing some. Jim Lee's doing a cover. Things like that for Detective 1000. But I don't think there's enough good art on the covers to justify trying to collect all those covers. But that's what that's enough said about it. I'm not going to say anymore. So it is what it is. But let's go to the pull list this week. I'm going to be using Midtown Comics website to show you some things that are coming out that you need to be aware of this week. Girl in the Bay number 1. I did order this from my shelf. It looks interesting. I haven't got to read it yet. So I would give it a shot if I were you, or if you want to check it out. Artwork was decent inside the book. In fact, I think it's better than the cover. But yeah. Anyway, I would check that out by Dark Horse. Sword Daughter is out, number 6. Came out this week. Pretty good series so far. I would check that one out. I'm just going to skim through these really quick, ones of note. With DC, usually I say cover Bs are better, but this week it's going to be a mixed bag. The one I would get, though, Batman B cover, is done by Sean Gordon Murphy. It's probably the dopest B cover that DC has out this week. If you're going to be cover collecting, where's it at here? Deathstroke. Look at that Deathstroke B cover. Yeah, it's not that great. Sometimes they have really good ones. Fatal Female Furies. We're going to be reviewing that today. I'll go over that one in a second. That everybody's been kind of wanting to know about that book. Green Arrow cover B. I love that cover. Looks great. I'm not a big Green Arrow fan, but I do like the cover. It's pretty cool looking. Green Lantern is out this week again. Cover B, though, again. Yeah, I don't like the face. His hand looks a little weird down there, his left hand. But I'd rather go with the cover A than the cover B. This one was interesting. Superman 100-page special is out this week. And I checked it out. It was decent. I didn't get to read all the way through because it was just too long. I'll have to finish reading it later. I'll give you my thoughts a little bit later. Just want to say hi to Travis in the chat. And it looks like Daniel's in the chat as well. Morning, guys. Young Justice, Volume 3, Number 2 is out this week as well. That was super popular the other week when it came out. We sold out the first day, so check it out. I think they're going to be doing a reprint of Number 1 here shortly, so hopefully you guys can get that. Dynamite Comics, there is a bunch of books out. Most of them I don't feel are that great. But we are reviewing Red Sonja today. But again, Red Sonja Number 1. Look at this. How many covers? There is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 covers for Red Sonja Number 1 today. What the hell? It's ridiculous. I do like Frank Cho's artwork. I would rather have this sketch variant, but I didn't get that at the shop, of course. But, dude, yeah, it's ridiculous how many covers there are. But I am reviewing this book today. I'll let you know what I think. That's a cool cover. I do like the old school painted look. It's pretty nice looking, actually. I would like that as a poster. That'd be cool. Vampirilla Reanimator Number 2. That's been a popular one at my shop for some reason. I've had 5 guys add it on the hold lately. So, don't know why. But again, a ton of covers. Gosh. IDW, Atomic Road was out this week. I have some guys at the shop who like it. G.I. Joe, New Sonic. Oh, yeah. If you haven't got it yet, the other week I did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's the one where Shredder's in hell. Grab that. Number 2 is coming soon. They still have some number 1s available that are first printing. I would grab that if they have them at Diamond. Otherwise, check your local shop. Image. Die Number 3 is out this week. I did not get to read it yet. It is in my hold. I will pick it up later. Unfortunately, I'm not going to review that one this week, but I am looking forward to it. Prodigy Number 3 is out this week. Been a big seller. Self-Made and Freeze Number 3. Freeze Number 3, that is my buddy's Phil book, Phil Seby's. The story's been great. I really like it. Check it out. Okay, we're going to get to Marvel, the bad boys of comics this week. Age of X-Men, Marvelous X-Men Number 1 is out. Yeah. I didn't read it. I'm going to be honest with you. I looked at the artwork. It was so-so. The covers were better. I have a lot of people wanting this cover, the Storm cover. But honestly, you're going to get hit with that $7.99 sticker price this week on X-Men. This is it's not for this book. Sorry, that's Uncanny X-Men. Marvelous X-Men is still the $3.99, $4.99. But Uncanny X-Men this week, it was a giant issue that came out. They didn't tell anybody, and it's $7.99. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have a lot of people at my shop upset because, like, great, I got cranked down another $8 this week for one book, and like last week they just had two books at the $5 level for an X-Men book. So the pricing is getting kind of ridiculous for all the X-Men titles. It's stupid. Yeah, $7.99, Tyler, definitely. Yeah, it's insane. As Guardians of the Galaxy's out, Avengers, Conan is out this week, number 3. I read half of that already. Dude, it's so good. The first two were great. So grab it if you can. Reprints are out this week for number 1 and number 2. By the way, cover number 2, I got cover number 2. I switched my cover A in my hold for cover number 2 because I like that black and white sketch variant better. Not a variant, but it's just a normal cover. And it matches my cover number 1 sketch variant that I got at the shop. So, dude, if I could get them all black and white covers, I would do it. So I would grab your Conans while you can. Conan number 1 sold out so fast, and they did a small print run, so you're gonna have to grab number 2 while you can. I did not like this though. They did a stupid toy variant cover. I hate these action figure covers. I don't like them at all. I can't stand them. Will Sportaccio did do a variant cover at number 3. It was okay. Greg Land, he did number 3 as well, but I'm getting tired of Greg Land copying or tracing people, so I'm kind of done. Daredevil is out this week, Volume 6, number 1. We are going to be reviewing that. There is a bunch of covers, like a bunch. Yeah, so don't get cover B. I'm sorry, Humberto. I don't like the style here on the cover. Yeah, it is what it is. Scotty Young, he's always kind of fun. This one's decent, but I think cover A is probably the best one. Cover A looks the best. I like the way it looks. It's pretty great. Gunhawks is out today. We're reviewing that as well. So I'll be going over that. They have a couple covers. Mortal Hulk. Old Man Quill number 1 came out this week as well. There's so many number 1s this week. God, it was so hard to choose on what to review. I'm one guy, so I can only review so many. But Old Man Quill looks interesting. You guys will have to let me know if you like it or not. Again, they're doing a shitload of covers. I'm tired of it. Definitely Star Wars is popular. The Anakin Skywalker story. I kind of read through this. I wasn't too impressed. It felt like kind of like I would pass, honestly. The one Star Wars book I am looking for that's coming up is the new TIE Fighter series. And I think it's like a TIE Academy or something like that. So it's like a piloting academy series. So that one shows some promise anyways. Tony Stark. Okay, the best thing that Marvel has going for it right now, True Believers. Every week, every month, True Believers are great classic reprints you can pick up for $1. I'm not sponsored by Marvel, but if you're going to pick up any book by Marvel, always pick up the True Believers because they're always like good books that they reproduce. So, and $1, you can't go wrong. And you can share them with your kids. So if you have older copies of those issues, you don't have to like let your kids touch them. So get them a good old book for $1. Here's the Uncanny X-Men. God, $7.99. It is a giant book. It is thick. THICC thick. Unannounced. That was going to be that big. $7.99 in your face. I'm not liking it. I I hate the Rob Liefeld variant. It looks like he spent like, 30 seconds doing the cover. It's like, oh hey, I'm gonna pull out a half-ass Wolverine and show that. I mean, why does he have bloody knuckles? There's no claws coming out. Why? Why? I don't get it. Yeah, it sucks. So, but there's some other covers like, what the hell is this? Like, God, it's awful. That one's decent. I got that one at the shop. I went for a customer. If you're gonna go by covers, that one's decent, but yeah, not very good. And oh yeah, Marvel books are the scroll variants for this month, so all of them have some sort of scroll thing. The Conan scroll one was kind of funny because he's beheading a scroll, So, anyways, boys and girls, let's get to it. I'm done looking at what's new coming out for this week. Let's go straight to reviewing comics. Let's start with Aftershock Comics Oberon Number One. This is one of the new independents out this week. Oberon Number One. If you didn't know, Oberon is like the king of the fairies. And this is going to be kind of a mix of a fantasy book as well as a modern type storytelling, type thing of a gifted child who's the key. Aftershock, has been okay with some of their books. They've had some good creative teams. Not a lot of people know about them yet. So, check them out. They do have some good stuff. My boy Elliot, he did some work for him before. He did the Hot Lunch Box. So, but anyways, artwork is really good in this one. I love the colors. I love the way it stands out when they go from the fantasy to the modern world. Like, let me flip to one of the fantasy pages over here, where they're in the forest. There you go. Like, I love the colors. I love the use of the lights and the darks with the colors. It looks great. This is probably going to be like, I would say, a teen book, maybe teenage book, for the level of reading. I did enjoy it. There's a twist at the end, so kind of an obvious twist, but still a twist. But I love the demonic unicorn right here. It's going to eat people. It's kind of cool. Unicorns aren't as friendly as they appear to be. So, but it was a good read. It's not for me, being an older guy. But I can see this being definitely for maybe teenage girls, teenage boys. I would give it a read, definitely young adult type book. So if you got some young adults who are looking for something new to read, I would try Oberon Number One. Storytelling was good, by the way. Sorry, my cohort isn't here who knows about writing a little more than I do, but as a non-writer, I thought it was done well. Wasn't overly wordy, wasn't bad at all. Yeah, I would just say it's a good solid book. Didn't stand out too much. Wasn't horrible. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably going to give it maybe a solid 6.5, 7. So yeah, give it a shot. Try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. But check it out. Price is $3.99 on this one, and this is a pretty thick book for $3.99. So give it a shot. Oberon Number One by Aftershock. Anyway, so we got 4 more books I want to go over. I'm going to take a little more time on these ones. Red Sonja Number One, with from Dynamite Comics. Red Sonja is like, if anybody doesn't know, is like a female version of Conan. A little bit different, of course, but she got her start in the Conan books. If you don't know anything about Red Sonja, this book was great. The cover doesn't match the artwork, but that's okay. The artwork inside is extremely solid, lends itself to action and storytelling very well. I liked it a lot. Um, it is a little bit graphic, because we do deal with some killings and death and destruction. But I loved it. I love the artwork. I love the style. I love the flow. Um, who's writing this book? Are you talking about Oberon? Oberon was written by Ryan Perot? Maybe it's Perot. I don't know. But that's who's writing it. With I should probably go over that. The creative team for Red Sonja. I think it's at the end. Let me grab it real quick. Yeah, creative team is for Son. There it is. Mark Russell's the writer. Marco Kolak, is the artist. I love the artwork, by the way. It's really good. So props to him. I mean, look at that, dude. Like, look at the scene, the action scene there, the horse getting killed while she's on top of it, dude. It's pretty dope. He definitely knows how to use action. He has minimalistic blacks. The colors work really well. This kind of book has to be graphic. Yeah, it definitely has to be graphic for Red Sonja. Solid read, wasn't wordy at all. Great actions, but good setup too for the story. I'm actually liking this one. This is going to be a buy for me. She is Red Sonja in this one, quintessential Red Sonja. So, if you're gonna check out one of the books, grab this one. I love this cover, but the Frank Cho cover is pretty good too. Yeah. Tyler, whoa, don't hate on blacks and inks. Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But Red Sonja, grab it today. It is a good read. It's on the same level as Conan right now, I would say. So it's all. I know Jason Aaron didn't write it, but it almost feels kind of that way. So props to the author for that one. My writer father was saying easy on the blacks. Nice. All right. Let's not go down too much of a hole there. I don't want to get, struck with anything. DC Comics, Female Furies. This is about, Granny Goodness, Black Barda, the whole crew right here. Artwork is interesting on this one. So the artist does two forms. There's a current, when he's doing flashbacks, pardon me, when he's doing flashbacks, he's kind of one style. And then when he's doing modern day stuff, it changes slightly. So it's kind of interesting. And he keeps it up throughout the whole book, which is kind of cool. I like the art. I like the colors. Because it feels old school. But it feels modern at the same time. And the pages are almost newsprint, but they're not quite. Has that matte look to them. They're not shiny. It's good. I like the artwork. It's very solid. So I would definitely check it out if you like the artwork. Like I said, see here's the modern like today, and then here is the old school. So the artwork is slightly different because they do the old school type look, minimalistic backgrounds, minimalistic colors, kind of flat look. And while here they got more shading, more detail with the colors and the inks. So definitely has that feel to it. Now the writing for this book, this is where I'm going to dog it. The writing sucks. Not that it didn't tell a story. it's just the story that they told. If you're a complete man hater, if you do not like men at all, if you think that men are all just about objectifying women, uh, putting them in their place, this is definitely a women's empowerment book. It is not meant for guys to read. It it just sucks. I hate it. You know, um, Granny Goodness like is sleeps with Darkseid. He doesn't recognize her, and then Darkseid's generals just want to sleep with the female troops. You know, um, I thought it was a crap book, and I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. I mean, unless you want to be a man-hating person or you don't like yourself, uh, I wouldn't buy this book at all. Unfortunately, the story is just not there. It's just a bunch of complaining and how hard she worked, how hard everybody works. But then they go through just, you know, God, where they put the women through a bikini, inspection. They put the women through a one-on-one sparring session where they get touched and feeled up, and you know, they talk about, oh, how hard do we have to prove ourselves? And you know what? This is not what Granny Goodness or Black Barda, or this team, should be about. It shouldn't be about this at all. They of all the stuff I remember from reading, comics from DC or watching the films or anything about, Granny Goodness and Darkseid and things like that. This is the only time I've ever seen this in the book, and or they talk to the characters, like this. And God, I don't know the words to tell you, but it's not a good read. I hate the book. It's not worth the printer. It's not worth the $3.99. Don't even buy it. Just run away from it if you can. So that's my take on it. If you have any questions, or if you have a different take on the book, I want to hear about it. Definitely leave me a note. In the chat. Let me know what you think about it. But as of right now, the book is crap, in my opinion. But if you think different, persuade me. I'm open to listen to why you think it's a good book if you like it. But to me, don't buy it. Next book I got today that I read this morning, Daredevil Number One, by Marvel. Chip Zdarsky did the writing on it. The artist is Ciletto. I think he's Italian. The artwork in this book is top notch. Oh, hold on one second. So, Draw and Talk said they're like the most baddest female fighters out there. They're freaking brutal, and they know it. Why would you need to feel empowered? They already know that they are. Okay, so they are supposed to be the baddest. Going back to female Furies, they're supposed to be the baddest females out there. They are supposed to be, Darkseid's, crack squad, crack unit, but all they are is objectified. They are targeted to just have sex with, sleep with, feel up, and then they just complain about it the whole time. Not saying that I approve of it, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like reading it makes you, one, hate, Darkseid even more, hate his generals even more, but at the same time, they don't do anything about it either. They just take it, and they're like, okay, they don't even address a real issue in the book. I mean, not that it's not a real issue. How do I put this? Why are they writing this stuff in the book? It should be about, a mission that they're on, or something secret and badass that they're doing. But instead, they're writing a complain book about how men act towards women sometimes, or certain men do. And I don't want to read that. Nobody wants to read that. It's it. God, I mean, if you're going to preach to me about that stuff, like do it on a daytime news show, or write an article or something. But don't make a comic book complaining about how bad men are towards women all the time. I don't want my life to be about that. I don't treat other people that way. Why are you trying to force this in my face? I wanted strong female superheroes, or an evil death squad, going out there kicking ass, not even taking names, and having a good story. But no, we get this preachy shit book that just goes off on how bad men are. And honestly, God, I can't stand it. And it's annoying as hell. So that is my point of view. Not the stores that I work at, not anybody else's, but dude, it sorry to go off on a tangent there. I try to take a neutral approach towards books, but this one was kind of over the line. And yeah, enough said. Switching gears again. Sorry. Back to Daredevil with Marvel. Daredevil by Zdarsky. I know a lot of people don't like Chip Zdarsky. Again, as Chester says, well, he's not trying to forcefully be funny. He's actually a really good writer. And honestly, dude, this is probably one of the best intros to a new Daredevil series. I love the artwork. I love the way it read. I love the way it flowed. The action scenes are great. I love the faces in the book. The artist did a great job because they all look different. I mean, they look like real people. They're all different. They're not the same woman on every face, the same guy for every face. The colors, the inking, the backgrounds, it's all really, really good. The writing is really good. I love the way they do the special effects for his vision. Dude, this is a great, great book. I'm trying to go to the one of the dude, here's one of the money shots in the book. I mean, look at that. It's dope. This artist is off the chain. It's really, really good. It was a great read. I had a fun time reading this. This is a definite pickup for me. Artist is European. They are the best one. Yeah, some of these, they are. Some of the artists are pretty good, but there's good artists in every region, really. If you use models, probably for the backgrounds because they are way too clean. But you can't really tell though because he covers over them really well with his inks and stuff like that. So, not bad. I really like the way this is. So, this is a definite buy. This book is a definite buy. So check it out. Daredevil number 1. I think it's volume 6, number 1. The price too, for how thick this book is, $5. It's not bad. It's definitely not X-Men thick this week, but $5 for a number 1 issue. Very good story, very good artwork. Cover doesn't match the interiors, but the interiors alone are dope as hell. So I would get the book. So I'm French, gotta support my points. No problem, man. No problem. All right. Last book that I read this morning, Gunhawks. So Gunhawks came out a long time ago. It's part of Marvel's 80 years of history thing. So I think this is a one-shot, as far as I know. And this cover is amazing, by the way. I love the cover. This is what made me want to check out the book. But it's an interesting book. It was kind of a fun read. If this is just a one shot, it leaves you kind of open for an additional story at the end. But the interior artwork isn't bad either, especially for a Western. I like the way it feels. I like the Three Amigos type type look. They all get killed though, But the story was pretty simple. It wasn't rushed. It was fast paced. But being a one shot, let's just try to see how people think about it, or just give them a nod to yesteryear when this book was out. It was pretty good. Artwork was decent. Story was decent. It does feel, I do like the way it feels like a desert. They don't use too much blacks. They use colors in the right spot to make it feel hot, sweaty, sun, water parched, just it feels deserty. It feels good. The shadows are nice and dark. Definitely has the warm color palette to it. Some of the faces could be a little bit better because she's supposed to be the prettiest girl in town. But I'm really not going to knock it much. It's been good. Everything was hand drawn. I like that. So, anti-black ink week. Yes, it is anti-black ink week. Unless you're reading Daredevil, there's lots of black ink in Daredevil. Wasn't wordy. Like I said, it was a pretty fast read actually. Definitely lots of horses, and there's a lot of horses in the books there. Because there's this one, a Red Sonja has horses in it, huh? 2 books with horses this week. No, 3. Because Oberon had unicorns. So 3 books with horses this week. That's kind of crazy. It's horse week. Anti-black ink and horse week. That's what it is. But this was a fun read. I would check it out. What's the cost of this bad boy? I want to say $3.99. It's a pretty slim issue, so it's the typical $3.99 price. So not bad. Not a bad book. I would check it out. I'm not going to recommend you buy it on this one, just to check out, see if you like it. So let's go over them again for the reviews. And if anybody has any questions before we go, please throw it up in the chat. Let me know if you have any questions. But Gunhawks is a recommended, take a look at. I'm not recommending you buying it. Just take a look. Daredevil, definitely a buy this week. I would definitely buy it for sure. DC's Female Furies, pass this book up in a heartbeat. You don't want to read it. It's not worth your time. I mean, you're going to hear about this every day on media, so just let it go. Red Sonja, definite buy this week. Really good issue. Check it out. And then Oberon Number One by Aftershock Comics. This book is a definite, think about it, check it out, see if you like it. Definitely towards younger adults, younger girls. Color palette's amazing. I like the look of it. Definitely has a cartoony type feel, fantasy feel. So check it out. But those are my books this week. If you have, let's see. When are you going on Twitch? When are you going? Sorry, Daniel, I don't know what your comment means, but that's okay. John says he will pass. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Anyways, those are my my comic recommendations this week. If you, like I said, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, put them down in the comment section below once the video is over. If you want me to check out any books coming up in the near future, please, show me some, give me a recommendation or two, and I'm happy to grab them. I'll do as many as I can on a Wednesday. So anyways, guys, I think that's it for the stream today. I want to thank everybody who came out and watched and hung out with me during this time. Daniel says, when are you streaming on Twitch again? I don't know when I'm going to be streaming on Twitch again for artwork. I've been usually, if I do stream, it's been on either other people's streams here on YouTube, or I will stream myself on YouTube. I should be streaming today artwork here, probably in a couple hours, before about lunchtime here. And then I will be streaming later tonight here. So I'm going to be doing 2 art streams today. So if you want to check me out, you can then. Just here on my channel. Just subscribe and keep watching. it'll put up a notification. You should check out the book Demons Volume 2. I hear it's okay. Yeah, it's an okay book. It did get funded today, so check it out. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you all have a great day. You know, you bless me for just being here. Thanks a lot. God bless. Have a great day. See you guys later.